Last night, the former Chancellor Rishi Sunak accused Liz Truss of being a socialist. Rishi Sunak said that Liz Truss's tax plans, because they wanted to extend borrowing a little bit further, paying back that COVID debt over a longer period of time, he called that a socialist plan. How do you respond to that?
I don't think it's a socialist plan at all, but what I would say is that COVID brought us unprecedented challenges, and especially through the economy, and we delivered for the British people through that with furlough and many other schemes which we all welcome from the Chancellor, the former Chancellor should I say. However, we now need to look at that in a different way. It wasn't business as usual. This was like a war setting in terms of the funding that was required, and so I think it makes sense to plan that over a payment back over a longer period of time, to treat it a bit like a war bond and then look at that in that way. And I think that means that we can help people immediately. We've had a really challenging few years as a British public. You know, the pandemic hit us hard. Obviously the issues with cost of living are rising, and of course Liz has been on the front when it comes to tackling the war in Ukraine that Russia has unleashed there, totally wrongly so. And so actually what she's saying is that we need to be realistic about what can be done, but people need to feel the benefits right now, and that isn't about putting more debt onto future generations. It's about saying, how do we spread that? How do we do it in a way that helps people now? And as a low tax conservative, I think actually saying that we're going to cut taxes will help provide investment, it will help businesses feel more reassured, but also it will help the British public right now.
The other criticism of the Foreign Secretary last night is that she was in her youth a Liberal Democrat activist. She became a Tory in 1996, not the best time in the world to become a Tory given what happened in the next year, but also that she voted Remain in 2016. Now, if you're someone on the free market right of the party, why would you back Liz Truss over someone potentially like Kemi Badenoch, who was also saying that taxes should be cut, but who voted Leave in 2016?
I think it's a very easy question to answer, actually. The first thing I'd say is you have to look at the record and the delivery. And Liz is well known within the party for being the person who's been at the very forefront of delivering on the benefits of Brexit. I think it's okay for people to change their minds over time. The British public do almost in every general election as they decide where to go. But if you look at Liz's journey from her upbringing,